I'm in Shropshire today to meet David Ward of Ward Firewood, a company that for the last 20 years has been producing sustainable, locally produced firewood delivered direct to the end user.
We produce about 3,000 tonne of firewood a year. All comes in locally and processed and dried on site, so we have total control over the product from start to finish.
Key to the company's success over the years has been its relationship with Fuelwood, which has supplied it with various pieces of equipment, most notably and recently the Fuelwood Firewood Factory. David helpfully explained to us a bit about how it works.
We've had that for 4 years. It was a real game changer to the business, really. It allows us to produce a quality uniform log consistently, and it's a very easy machine to use. It all runs off a remote control unit, so there's no physical need to pull levers and press buttons. You can just run it remotely. Very efficient, a very well built machine. And the service from Fuelwood is brilliant. You know, if there is a problem, which normally we've not needed it, but they're there on the end of the phone straight away. And if we need any parts, if we've had any damage or anything, it's there the next day. You know, so all in all, it's really changed our business.
And what happens to a log from the moment that it sort of enters the factory?
Yes, so the lorries come in and drop the logs off in the yard. We'll then sort through it, and anything that's over 16 inches in diameter we will put to one side. Then 16 down to 10 we process through the Fuelwood factory, and then anything smaller than that we put through a Fuelwood Transsaw 350 XL. We also process our longer logs on that, so we've got customers that like bigger, longer logs, so we can alter the distance of the cut with the Transsaw, so it's a lot easier and flexible to use. This you can set up to various lengths, but you do need to really run it on a batch to do that, because it's a process which takes half an hour to change over, so relatively easy, but it's easy to do it on the other saw. This machine is particularly good if you want to cut a shorter log, say 8 inch or even down to 6 inch. It will cope with it no problem, because of the principle of the design of the machine. It works different to a firewood processor. So, you know, for the smaller logs, for netted logs and things like that, this is absolutely the thing to have, you know. At the end of the day, it's a British-built machine, which is a big thing for me, you know, and they're based in the centre of the UK, so they're there. If you do have any problems, they're there straight away. You know, it's either a phone call or you know, the parts are there the next morning if you need them. So that is a big factor. You know, the reliability of the service. Again, it's just doing what you say you do. Provide the service and you get the business. We only source our timber within a maximum of a 20-mile radius of our yard, off the local estates and Forestry Commission. We believe in using local timber, not hauling it halfway across the country or even bringing it in from abroad. And by doing so, working closely with the local estates, we also run a harvesting business within the family, so we can control the goods coming in, we can control the quality and the legality and the sustainability of our source of timber. So everything's produced within the radius that it's delivered back out in, which to me is a very important thing to do to keep the local woodlands in a managed and productive state.
You can read a full report in an upcoming issue of Forestry Journal and keep up to date with all the latest goings on in the world of forestry on our social media channels and at forestryjournal.co.uk.